Let's talk about New York.
My name is not Sven, it is Martin, ja.
Yes, in this video I'm going to translate certain phrases into Swedish as we go when I tell you about going to New York City. So I've been to the United States 7 times. First time in 2004 and the last time was in 2017. When you're watching this video, I am in New York, and I am in New York for I've been there 2004, 2011, 15 and 17. So this will be my fifth time in New York. Första gången jag var där, I stayed up on maybe 87th Street at a hostel, very strange place. Jag träffade några killar från Frankrike, and we talked about skateboarding, and we talked about New York. That time in 2004 was actually, I landed in New York, but I went to basically Port Authority, och jag tog en buss därifrån. And I went to, where did I go? I went west towards Denver. Then I came back to New York to switch bus heading up to New England, and then I flew out of New York. So I was actually in New York like 3 times that first trip in 2004. That was during presidentvalet in the US 2004, Kerry versus Bush, which Bush won. The second time, andra gången that I was in New York was in 2011. Det var inte meningen att jag skulle åka dit, but I had gone to Los Angeles, and for various reasons I needed to basically fill up a whole week that I still had. And so I took a Greyhound bus över hela landet from Los Angeles to New York, and stayed with my friend Michelle in Brooklyn. That time was really the first time I really got to see New York. Vi gick över Brooklyn Bridge. Vi besökte hörnet från Vänner. We had gazpacho. The second attempt we had gazpacho. Och jag fick en mycket bättre bild av staden. The third time I was there was in 2015. Jag vann en resa, but it was a trip where I needed to work. I was chosen as an influencer already in 2015 to stay in a rebuilt container that they had shipped by boat from Sweden, and it was placed in the village. So basically, jag sov i en container. But it was really rebuilt as a really fancy hotel room. And I only stayed there for one night, and then I stayed over at Union Square after that. And that time jag cyklade ned till Battery Park. And then I cycled up through Chinatown. And let me tell you, there's a lot of potholes in those streets on the avenues. And maybe not the safest thing for me to do, but I survived. Jag gick också på musikal den gången. I saw Wicked then for the second time, and amazing seats, amazing show. And efter showen så träffade jag min vän Mark for the first time. He's from Luxembourg, and we walked several blocks down from Times Square down south towards Union Square. It was a cool trip. It was a really cool trip. I got to see some of my internet friends for the first time. The fourth time I was there, which was the last time, was in 2017. It was after a conference in Amsterdam. I flew straight via Iceland to New York, and I stayed with my friend Michelle again, now in New Jersey. One of the days there I decided jag skulle gå hela Manhattan, from the northern tip to the southern tip in Battery Park in one go, basically in one day. Det tog 6,5 timmar, if I remember correctly, and I was completely exhausted at the end. I had walked and walked and walked, and I wasn't really dressed for it because it was quite hot for April, and Central Park had no leaves on the trees, so I was like, I'm not here. There is a video from that. I will link it in the description. And I got to see the Apollo Theater. I went through the village, and I saw a lot. And it was just a cool thing. And after that trip, I traveled further down towards Virginia, and then ultimately down to North Carolina to see friends. So yeah, this will be my 5th time. Jag är alltså just nu i New York. And if you have time, if you want to give me some pointers of what to do and where to go, I mean, I have seen certain things, but my wife is here for the first time. Let me know in the comments, and even though this trip might be over when you watch this, it still might be so that other people can take advantage of whatever pointers and tips you have about restaurants or places to go. So, detta har varit en kort video. Actually, not a very short video, but the story of my 4 visits to New York previously, and the fact that I'm now back here. And I'm not there when I'm filming this, so hopefully I am in the state of enjoying this. But I also hope that you have enjoyed this video and that you have picked up, if not a few of my stories from New York, maybe some Swedish words. Isn't that what it's all about? Learning and being entertained at the same time. You're welcome. Have a good one. I will see you the next time you click on one of my videos. Bye.